I am not who I think I am. I am not who you think I am. I am who I think you think I am. Famous last words spoken by Charles Cooley. And Charles Cooley was a thought leader in the early 1900s. And he was really illustrating how we have all been programmed with a mistaken identity that we came to live from for most of our life. And so today in this video, I'm going to be talking about your current identity and how it is a mistaken identity, but more importantly, I'm going to show you how to change it. In fact, you must change it. You must replace it. Otherwise, you are going to be in the receivership of the same old results, day in, day out, year in, year out. And I think this video today is so pertinent as we come to closing off 2025. I mean, you only have to look at your results. The results you have been in the receivership of, whether it's with money, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in business, whether it's the sort of clients you've been working with, you only have to look at those sort of results and they reflect back, and I know it's rather sobering, but they actually reflect back where your current self-image, this mistaken identity, is holding you hostage. So stay tuned. But before I get going with my teachings, a very warm welcome to my regulars. I love you to bits. Merry Christmas as we close out 2025. Thank you for tuning in once again. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're here to hear my teachings, which are really based on everything I learned from my mentor, the late legendary Mr. Bob Proctor. He helped me master my mind so I could master my life. And I made it my mission to help you master your mind so you too can master your life. All right, my loves, let's get going with this teaching. So if we think about I am who I think you think I am, I mean, that's really the last of the three sentences I say to you. Really, that's what we're doing all day long, is we're so busy and worrying about really who I think you think I am, right? So we tend to do a lot of living from the outside in, constantly living from the outside in, from this identity that was programmed in us, both genetically and environmentally. So I've got my stick person here today. And if you're not familiar, I'll put a video, maybe a couple, to illustrate the stick person towards the end. Okay, so let's go back to the stick person. And if we think about it, we've got, this is your mind, this is your body, this is the conscious mind, this is the subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind rules the roost. Remember that. The subconscious mind controls your programming. It controls it's controlling 95% of your entire life. It's controlling how much money you earn, your effectiveness, your productivity, your perception, your logic. It's controlling your emotions, the way you even make decisions. I mean, it's really got a hold on you. And most people don't even realize they're living in a prison. But I do believe we're living in a very different consciousness now, and most people know they're meant for more, but this prison holds them back from closing the knowing-doing gap and going after what they'd love to be doing. So anyway, you and I were both programmed with an identity between the ages of 0 and 2, maybe up to 7. Okay, and also we've been genetically programmed with certain characteristics from our forefathers, our parents and beyond, also as part of our identity. Now, some parts of our self-image do serve us well, okay, and some don't. So a good example would be that my mum taught me to be a very caring, loving person, to really be of service to others. She gave me this characteristic, and it really held me well when I worked for Qantas for more than 21 years, right? I really loved helping people, serving people, and giving a great client experience, okay? But there's certain characteristics from my mum, not too fussed on actually. Anyway, so this self-image in here, you cannot replace it, right? It's always there. And if you are not aware of it, then you will tend to be living from the outside in, constantly worrying about what other people think of you, right? You'll do a lot of people pleasing. You will often say yes when you mean no. You will maybe be in relationships that are not really good for you in any way. You might be attracting clients, the wrong sort of clients. A good example of this is I was working with a real estate agent. I've worked with many, because that's my primary focus, is working with business owners to help them master their mind so they can master their businesses. And she kept attracting these horrendous clients. They were often hoarders. They were often people who would negotiate her commission down to an inch of its life, like 1%. And they'd be so difficult to work with. And of course, really, she had this self-image of worthlessness, like she didn't have a great worthy meter. And so we did quite a bit of work to replace the old identity with that of a very successful business owner, because she'd been in business for more than 16 years, but she was still not making it big time because of this current self-image and her programming. So within 6 months, oh my God, you wouldn't recognize her. She suddenly just shifted totally, became more empowered, and of course, she started to stand up for herself more. Plus, she put a new idea about herself inside her subconscious mind, saturated her subconscious mind with repetition, right? I helped her, I showed her how to do this. And within 6 months, she attracted very different clientele. And of course, her price point and commission went way up because she got to the root cause of the problem, which was the self-image. And so today my video is just illustrating how cunning and powerful and potent this current self-image, this mistaken identity we are living by. Think about it. We've been programmed with ideas which are really just opinions from other people that have been put inside of us. I mean, how many times, I'm sure you would have heard, oh, go carefully, don't do that. Oh, you bad girl. You shouldn't have done that. Shame on you. Go to your room. Go to your room right now. Oh, you swore? I got the soap. The soap was always put in my mouth for swearing, but I swore possibly because I had dropped something, like a bottle of milk or something. So I got a double whammy for that, for making a mistake. But you know, my parents did what they could do based on the timings of when we were living in that era, so to speak. But really today I wanted to illustrate to you that as we come towards the end of this year, it's so important that you start to shift your current identity. If you don't, this identity will be a loyal friend and will continue to bring to you the same money, the same clients. It will bring to you the same sort of friendships, the same old lover. Yeah, he'll be wearing a different face, but he will still have the characteristics of the one before. You may not see it in the beginning, but give it time, they will be there. And so it's important, if you want to take your business to another level, right, then the only way for your business to reach its full potential is you have to shift your paradigm and your self-image. You literally have to become a new version of yourself, right, that has received the goals. And you know, when I think back to my mentor, Bob Proctor, he changed his self-image 4 times. 4 times in his lifetime, he changed it. And he would always say during our mentorship calls, Tanya, you have to start to think and behave like that future self of yours that has the goals or the desires that you wish for your business. You have to, and your lifestyle. You have to be that version now, not later. So not only did I have to change my thinking about myself, but I also had to go and change my behavior. Now, it wasn't easy, right? And the way I did it was I actually had to write out a whole new version of myself. And then, of course, I had to start to behave as that version that I had created. So if you would love some help creating this new self-image, then book a call with me. Come on, I'll help you put it all together. I'll show you exactly how to think, feel, see, and behave differently. And then I'll show you exactly how to saturate your subconscious mind with this new version of yourself. And so when we go back to Charles's statements at the beginning, I am not who I think I am. I am not who I think you think I am. I am who I think you think I am. So I'm constantly, you know, living my life through you and your opinion of me. But I want to turn that around and make sure that you are living your life according to your new identity. Well, basically, you don't care what people think of you. Basically, you are so in love with yourself. You've fallen in love with your magnificence, that you own that you're the prize, that nobody compares to you, nobody is like you, that you are the best of the best. And yes, you may have to be delusional in the beginning, yeah. But remember, people were delusional with the opinions they put inside of you that were just lies. And so you get to tell yourself new truths. And when you start to tell yourself new truths, right, and you get those into the subconscious mind, then game over. Your whole life's going to change. You will need a telescope to look back at your old self and your life, because you took your power back and all you concentrated on was, I am who I think I am. That's it. Forget the other 2 sentences to do with Charles. I am who I think I am. Full stop at the end. And that is enough. All right, my loves, I could go on for ages. I just love the subject of identity, but more importantly, how to change it. See you soon.